right here. Woo! All right, so we can make this our last words, man. We could roll it all into one. I know Dave had a lot to say. Oh, what's up, Dave?
Can I please get the first word on this? I know this your team, Dave. I
Ooh,
want to
okay,
say
okay,
something and
okay.
then I'll let y'all go. But I want the first word on this if
Oh yeah, yeah.
possible.
I'm
We just gonna
perfectly fine. We're going last. Do you think?
yeah. So it's more so we just gonna address the comments that I was gonna say Doc Rivers, that Pat
Oh my
Riley.
God. Oh, this is,
I was watching the FX clip, about the Clippers, so I thought about Doc Rivers and the bad headline. But Pat Riley had the exit interview, and he was basically saying, "Hey, Jimmy Butler, man, if you're not on the court playing against Boston or the Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut." Kind of reminded me of Jerry Jones when he said you need to get your act together. But I'm just saying, it's something about them old people, man, when they get in front of a microphone. Take it away, AJ. What's your thoughts?
we just saw it. I'm just,
Yo,
Yo, I think Pat Riley, honestly, the comments kind of frustrated me from Pat Riley. The same things that we praise, for lack of a better phrase, Jimmy Butler on, his attitude, his tenacity, his trash talk, what he brings to the floor, on and off the court, is the same thing that you kind of want to slander him for. And I feel like this is a buildup, right? I feel like when he first got hurt and he was on the sideline and it was putting the cameras in his face and asking him about the game, we finna win the next game. I'm tired of hearing about the Celtics. We finna win the next game. I feel like it was starting there. Like, bro, you're not on the court. You kind of putting extra pressure on your teammates. But I took that as him instilling, confidence in his team. Like, I'm not out here, but I still believe in y'all. Y'all can get it done. And, they out now. And, he says something that it could be facts. It could not be facts. But it's Jimmy Butler. This is who he is. We know this is Jimmy Butler. The Heat go as Jimmy Butler goes. And what frustrates me about this situation is 2020, the Heat went to the finals. And the whole world, I'm like, yeah, they ain't going to get there. And then they got there. And Jimmy balled out, but they lost to the better team, right? The next season, much like the Lakers, they just wasn't saying they was a little hurt. They didn't get back. The following season, if I'm not mistaken, they got to either the conference finals or the finals. Wasn't supposed to get that far, right? The season after that, last year, they got to the finals. Wasn't supposed to get that far. And at every turn, I've been looking like, whether they're in the finals or in the conference finals, just stunned. Like, yo, they really going on a run. They really making it happen. And it's mainly because of Jimmy Butler getting money and putting teams on notice. Like, one of the best playoff performers I've seen, honestly. One of the best playoff performers I've seen. And so the frustration comes in where it's like, who I think should be quiet? I think Pat Riley should be quiet. Because I don't think Pat Riley doing his job. We've known for the past 5 years that the Heat ain't got enough to compete for a championship legit. We know that. We look at the team every year. Like I said, we shocked at how far they get. They a playing team or they a fifth seed, and they just muster up the strength to get to the finals on the back of Jimmy Butler, right? All of these times, right, these off seasons, you were supposed to get James Harden. Where's James Harden? You were supposed to get Donovan Mitchell. Where's Donovan? Where's Donovan Mitchell? Trae Young. Where's Trae Young? Where's DeMar DeRozan? Dame coming to Miami. Where's Dame? So all of these players you were supposed to get, it's offseason talk every offseason because we know the Heat ain't got enough. You know the Heat ain't got enough. You know Jimmy Butler, as great as he is, really might not be the best player on the championship team, but you surrounding him with players that are just of the Heat culture and they hustle and they play hard. But we all know they're not good enough to win a ring. And then when Jimmy talk his talk, you want to tell him to be quiet, he not on the floor. I suggest you do your job. If you do your job, the championship that you're praying to get, you'd have by now. That's what I have to say.
man, sheesh, man, Hey, Pat Riley, Jerry Jones.
wake up. That's what you need to do.
Joe?
Still asleep. Oh, they gonna last this one?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Oh,
We got to let them cook. I'm about to sit back like Drake producers. Go ahead.
AJ, my guy. There's only so many times we will agree on any topic. This is one of those times. This is my exact thoughts. My thoughts have not changed from last season when we forgot to trade away Kyle Lowry. He just all of a sudden felt like it was a good time to take a nap. He just felt like it was the perfect time to take a nap, even though we could have gotten him out of here and gotten a second round pick in return. Now, the one thing I will disagree with you on is Jimmy Butler talking when he's not able to help the team because of that statement that he made. Now, the reason why I say this is because didn't we criticize someone for doing that same thing against the Warriors early in the season on the Rockets? So I'm not going to treat Jimmy Butler any different because of what the success he's had. Now, I get it. He should be getting more. He should get more leeway to say what he wants because he's done that. However, he's not going to be able to affect the game on the court. And you can see on that team, he makes a huge difference. They don't bring the same defensive intensity that he does. They don't bring the same leadership he does on the court, the same offensive and defensive IQ that he brings. No one on that team has what he has. Now, Bam played more consistent than anyone in that team in the entire playoff series. But even in the last game, he only put up 19 points. It's not like he put up 25 points per game. He scored 20, as the second best player on the team. That's what he's capable of doing. And Bam has showed that he can't be the second best player on the championship team. So that's another thing as well. But the reason why we agree is because this is exactly what I've said before. Pat Riley knows that we don't have enough on our team. And you forgot a name in that. You forgot that James Harden was on that list as someone we were supposed to get. Kevin Durant was on that list or somebody we were supposed to get. Bradley Beal was on the list as somebody we were supposed to get. And we didn't get any of those guys.
My bad.
What I'm saying is our names are tied with people all the time. Who was the coach that all the players voted for that they said that they want to play for? Eric Spoelstra. He was the number one coach that every player wants to play for. But why don't they come to Miami? Pat Riley's in the seat. That's why. Pat Riley is a GM that a lot of other GMs don't like. That's something that a lot of people don't understand. They don't get along with Pat Riley. For some reason, he thinks it's because of who he is and what he's done in this league that he can pretty much say and do what he wants. People forget that when we had the opportunity to get LaMarcus Aldridge, he told him, go ahead and go play for the Spurs for a year and then just come to Miami so you can win. That's being disrespectful to Greg Popovich, as if Greg Popovich is not a championship coach. So you're not only not respecting other teams, you're not respecting other coaches. Who tells a player go play somewhere else for a year and then come here? No, you give them what they ask for. You're the same reason why Dwayne Wade left after LeBron James and Chris Bosh, was out because he had blood cuts in his throat. D Wade just wanted to get paid for what he's done for this team. People praise Pat Riley because he's the Godfather. He's this guy, when he came down at 2006 and coached the team, we won a championship. Great. But Pat, at the end of the day, maybe you lost it. Maybe. Now, I do like the fact that you went and got Terry Rozier, but that's not enough. It's not enough for this team. Terry Rozier can't be your second best player on the championship team. I believe that's Jimmy Butler. Now, that's not to say that Terry Rozier isn't a really good player, because he is. We missed him and Jimmy. I'll say this again, like I said before. I believe if Terry Rozier and Jimmy Butler were healthy, we would have beaten the Celtics in 7. That's just me. I've seen it done before without Terry Rozier. I've seen it done with Kyle Lowry on his team and Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. But I believe Terry Rozier himself is better than Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry combined. So I believe that would have been enough to have us be able to beat this team. Now, yes, they went and got Drew Holiday. They went and got KP, but they had a better team last year as well. They were the better team. Remember, we had a 3% chance to win that series, and we beat them in 7. So, Pat Riley, this is an offseason where you need to get something done. We don't have enough. We don't have a lot of assets. The best asset that we have to trade right now is maybe Tyler Hero. What are we going to get for Tyler? Has he shown that he's worth a lot? No, he has not. Remember, this past summer when we were trying to get Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero was part of that package, and they say he wasn't enough. Well, it's nothing that he showed this year or in the playoffs that he was enough. So even though we wanted Dame and Dame wanted to come to Miami, we ended up not doing it because we wanted the better package. And like I said, we have assets. We just don't have the best assets. We have stuff that we can trade away. We just don't have what everyone else has. And that's happened because Pat Riley, you have not put the talent around Jimmy Butler that he needs to be successful. So until then, I believe you and Jimmy both need to just play a game. If you're able to play, talk all the trash you want. I'm cool with that. But if you're not on the court, I say you shouldn't be saying anything because then that's disrespectful to the team. That our team is going up against, and you're putting more pressure on that team that doesn't have someone that's able to take over a game. If Terry Rozier was there, okay, I might have felt a little bit more comfortable. But Tyler Hero and Bam aren't players that can take over a series. That's just not it.
All right. I'm quickly going to go over Pat Riley, man. I mean, I get why he told Jimmy to be quiet. Y'all remember against Jordan what he did told the Knicks? He's like, don't talk trash on Michael Jordan. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all tripping. You already the underdog. Why are you giving more power to the team that you're going against and you're not even to defend? So I was against Jimmy Butler saying that, but I was not against Jimmy Butler saying we would have beat them if I were there. But y'all both correct about Pat Riley. I mean, y'all have no assets. Remember y'all we talking about the Dame trade, and I was like, "Dang, y'all ain't got nothing, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I wouldn't even trade Dame to Miami if I'm Portland because they ain't got nobody to give me. Tyler Hero, are you serious? So, but did that man wake up, man? Put that John snooze or something. This is what I do. I have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9, sometimes 10 alarms. You feel me? If I want to sleep through it, I put a bunch of alarms. You know, and I put the volume all the way up. I tell the wife, if you hear after the 5th time, just wake me up. If I don't wake up, throw some water on me. Smack. Do what you gotta do. Tell Party to do that, and the next time you might get rid of Kyle Lowry sooner.
My bad. I thought Jerry Jones and Pat Riley was brothers. That's all I got to say. You talking about two teams that you talking about Pat. If my eyes was closed, I'm thinking you talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They don't make no trades. They don't sign nobody. They just be like, we like our guys. Every time somebody come out and try to uplift the team, they tell them don't say too much, but they give them a podcast. I'm just saying, look, Pat Riley, all I'm gonna say to you is y'all said that Jimmy Butler looked like Thugnificent. I remember the song called Forget Granddad. It sounds like the remix is about to come out. That's all I got for y'all.
Yeah, I know he threw some shots at Tyler Hero too. I remember seeing it, but then forgot the exact comments. But I didn't necessarily like the comments towards him either, honestly. Even though
basically
it was the truth.
He need to play more games during the season.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the truth. It was definitely the truth. But it's just like, yo, like you also got to look at yourself too, bro. Like, look, you won championships in Miami with D Wade in his prime, and then you brought in LeBron and Chris Bosh. That's how you won rings. Like to expect, and I'm going off. I heard Stephen A. earlier today talking about how he just won a ring, and it's like, well, you're not doing what it takes to win a ring. Don't say that. My thing is this. If you want somebody that's heat culture, you want somebody that's going to talk trash, that's going to be himself through and through, then you can't get mad at times when that bites you in the butt at times. Like that's how I see it, right? It's like, you know who Jimmy is. You know that's how he is. That's how you want Jimmy to be all the time. In practice, on the court. Like that's who you want Jimmy to be. You know who Jimmy is. So yeah, you put and shout out to whoever keep putting the cameras in Jimmy's face. Like you put the camera in Jimmy's face, Jimmy's gonna be Jimmy Butler. At the end of the day. That's why when I heard it, I was just like, first off, I think it's possible. And second off, it's like, hey, it is what it is. That's him. When he was talking about the Celtics, hey, I'm tired of hearing about them. We about to win. That's Jimmy, whether he on or off the court. It adds pressure to the team, but at the end of the day, it's like,
yeah,
that's who he is. That's y'all applaud him. Like not you, Dave, but the Heat. They applaud that.
No,
so it's
I
like,
applaud it too. I applaud it too. I don't want Jimmy to not be himself. That's what Miami is. Miami allows you to be you. It allows you to be who you are.
I've seen the pictures.
So I want him to be himself, but at some point, you just got to be able to control yourself. You can be yourself, but you can also control yourself as well. Because at the end of the day, he can't affect that. That's the thing about me. If you can't affect it on the court, then I just don't like it. No matter who it is, especially if you know the team ain't good enough without you. And Jimmy knows for sure that the team ain't good enough. He can have all the confidence in the world. He know the team ain't good enough without him.
They all know the team ain't even good enough. My bad, Tomo. They know the team not good enough with them. My bad, bro. So it's just like, just hey, I'm not even a Heat fan, and I'm annoyed. And I think it was just I think it was just his attitude when he said it. I don't know if Jimmy was trolling or if he was serious. Like, which one? It's like, yo, like, I get it. You Pat Riley. But, bruh, y'all ain't nothing without Jimmy. So stop it. Like, cut it out and get somebody to Miami. Like, do your job. I guarantee Jimmy will do his.
So in closing, if you can't affect it, don't project it. Last words, AJ.
Last words, Lakers.